Hello there, good folks watching the daily vlog. Welcome to day 52. Right off the bat, can go wrong with a breakfast pasta bowl or pasta plate, along with some egg whites and green dips. This entire one-pot recipe and then splitting it for 2 meals can be a huge advantage for someone who's extremely busy through the day. Even if you're not busy, you want to have a bit more free time in terms of just not constantly worrying about preparing. It can help you a lot. I don't know how long I'll be doing this, but for now, it truly works with my rest of the day plan. So I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna enjoy that. And obviously cardio, mobility. I think we'll probably do, yesterday was more of spinal than back. So today we'll probably do maybe shoulders and upper back, the actual muscular area rather than focusing on the center. And we'll take it from there. That was a pretty good run. So we have something very similar to meal number 1 for our pre-training meal. Right now, of course, I'm throwing in some red spinach, some green beans, and a small dollop of chicken stock that was made at home just for some extra flavor in the pasta. I used to be one of those guys who did like a 20-minute warm-up session every time before I worked out, no matter how long the rest of the session was. This was back in university, way more time in life here. And then as the days go by, becoming a coach, running a social media page, looking at clients every single day in, day out, making adjustments, tweaks, all of that adds up to the point where the time for personal care becomes very less. So the warm-ups obviously took a hit and I started doing just 5-7 minutes. I always still warmed up, like I'd never do anything without a warm-up. But looking back at the inflammations we've been carrying over in the last 50 days, adding this mobility session has actually been doing wonders. It is just day 2 of me vlogging the session and I'm already feeling so good today. Shoulder mobility was just phenomenal. Like every angle, every range of motion was completely taken into account, and maybe I might do a mobility series in the future once I get more time, but we are completely focusing on that because we truly underestimate the amount of mobility someone who constantly lifts needs. And in my case, of course, the problem was the body becomes stiff, 2 years of not really doing that much activity. I'm almost always lying down or maybe standing up, rarely sitting. I used to remember there was a time when I used to put a shorter table or maybe kneeling down in front of the same table and working because I simply cannot sit, and then my knees would go out. But you still got to work as a coach. You got to send in mails, send out plans and whatever. So this mobility is something that I'm truly looking forward to through the rest of the transformation, man. Feels absolutely phenomenal. Let me enjoy that meal and we'll probably catch up with training. Got to edit yesterday's vlog, so there's that work, and we have a transformation plan flying out today as well. So some emails and calls in the morning sorted. Half and half, not too free, yet can squeeze in some free time, maybe later in the day. That looks nice and hot. Just wrapped up some editing. We're good to go. I usually like to take at least half an hour to 45 minutes or maybe an hour break before I train, doing nothing, just relaxing. I was actually going to go for a coffee, but we're out of instant coffee and can't be asked to sit and make some decoction right now. So 50 minutes to lights out. Shouldn't be hard to figure out what we are training today. Earlier through the day, we knocked down some shoulder mobility, so rightfully so, push day. Had to give a pass to the incline dumbbell presses, primarily because we had that as the only press moment because it was really comfortable with the lower back recovery. And it's alternating, just one arm. There's no continuous rod that's connecting both the arms, involving the core a lot and thereby the lower back. So it was working. But then I think my neck has gotten really tired of all the fatigue buildup because in the incline plane of motion, there's a lot of stress behind the chest as well, which neck and rhomboids and traps. So yeah, not really feeling it today. So I'm going to jump onto the close grip presses. For the other push chair, I anyway had traditional bench presses, but done on the Smith. So yeah, the lower back is kind of being able to bear that load, and the core involvement is still subtly comfortable. So that's one change we'll be doing. By now the tricep is already close to entirely getting exhausted. So we're just getting the final bits of glycogen out. So nothing too crazy. Tempo reps as always. Quite an interesting dinner tonight. A post-workout, 3 rotis, half an hour, I think a little bit of ghee, a little bit of oil, and 2 whole eggs. And what you're seeing here, this colorful orange paneer looking thing is actually egg white paneer. Basically, you kind of bake the egg whites in a round or a flat bowl and chop them up into boxes or cubes. They look like paneer, but they're just 100% protein, which is wonderful. Paneer has a ton of fat. Not that it's bad, but egg whites any day better. So that done into a butter masala. So basically egg white-ish paneer butter masala, whole eggs and rotis. Lovely, simple, straightforward. That wraps day number 2 on our return with the vlogging. One of the primary things I feel is really going to shoot up how aesthetics creep in is going to be the amount of food we're taking in compared to before. Looking forward to all those gains. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Nalik Pakla.